Hello, everyone. So, in the broad scope of augmented reality, today I will present you specifically augmented reality related to product visualization. So, when you get the ability to visualize a product, where does it resolve problems? So, we identified a series of touch points where you need to interact with a product, where augmented reality really helps to improve the way things are done. So today, designers, they conceive real products, but those products, they stay trapped inside their screen. So everything you see from those products are just a 2D representation on a computer screen. When they need to really understand what a product looks like or how it is really perceived in the real world, they need to prototype it, which is expensive. It slows down the iteration because you have all those prototype creation. The prototypes are not always accurate. Indeed, when you create a prototype, it's like a 3D printed prototype. It's not the real material. It's not the real look and feel. And the prototypes, they represent the shape, but not necessarily the functionality or the variation. So when you have augmented reality, everything changes. Because all of a sudden, you can display a prototype in the real world in a real-looking fashion. So in this case, you would be able, as a designer, to show your prototype to anyone from the marketing team anywhere in the world in a really close-to-life product where you can explore the functionality. You can look at every feature. And if the product is available in a large range of material, you can test all those material and experiment and feel what it would be. So first pain point for design. Then, once your product is designed, now is the time to sell it. So when you sell it as what we call a B2B sales, so when you want, as a product manufacturer, to sell that to your distributor, or as a company selling displays to sell that to your retailer, you go there and then you end up showing just pictures of your product. You are exactly at the place in the store where the product is supposed to be, but you just have pictures. This is a challenge, and the other challenge that are related to that is that you need to sell sometimes a product that is not available yet because it's been manufactured. The product is too big. Imagine you sell a big industrial printing machine, you can't bring 20 of them with you. And sometimes a product does not even exist before you buy it because it's highly personalized and it's not available off the shelf. So again, augmented reality as a solution. And let me show you what Coca-Cola, one of our customers, does, is that they have an app, so it's an app built on top of Salesforce, and in this app, they have the whole range of fridges that are available for placement in a store or in a bar or restaurant. So they go there, and the salesperson can just, in a click of a button, launch Augment and show the fridge exactly like it's supposed to be. And they will be able to place it at the right place to discuss that with the store owner and to decide together that they want the fridge to be there. Then once the decision is made, they can snap a picture that will validate the placement of the fridge at the place that was discussed. So everyone agrees that that's where the fridge is supposed to be. And when this augmented reality simulation is done, they go back to their app where the picture is automatically captured, attached to the quote, sent to the guy that installed the fridge. So now you have a visual proof of what was discussed between the store manager and the salesperson, a visual proof on which the merchandiser can rely to place the fridge, and then you can validate if it's the right position 6 months after or if the fridge has been moved. So again, in this case, you see a real-life example of how augmented reality can resolve the face-to-face sales challenge that exists today in the market. Once the sales is made, then you have the marketing. The marketing, they need to talk about the product. They need to convey the specificity of the product, the advantages. And today, they do that by using brochures. sometimes videos. It's just small 2D pictures on the print, so it doesn't really tell anything, or you need a lot of text to explain that. So their challenges are around communication of benefits, around the specificity of a product. How do you explain, for instance, that this tablet has a video projector that shows a big screen? How do you explain how an industrial product will look like? So to resolve that, augmented reality can bring augmented brochure, where you can just augment any kind of print. You put a 3D model on top of it, and from the app, the consumer will be able to scan it. And once the scan is done, the model of the product is automatically loaded, and you have access to what it looks like, to the feature, the benefit, and you can really have a real visualization of what it is supposed to be. So there we geared up marketing with a powerful tool that they can use to really bring their product in front of their customer. So marketing is done, and now you go to the next step, the real sales, where you put your product in a retailer or an e-commerce website. So for the retailer, the consumer, sometimes they go to a retailer and then the product is not available. Why? Because online and offline catalog are currently merging. So you end up with hundreds of thousands of millions of references that can be sold either online or offline, but the stores are not getting bigger. They tend to get smaller because they get closer and closer to city centers. So as a customer, you look on the website of your preferred retailer, a product, and then you say, okay, I'm going to go there to see the product. You arrive there and the product is not available. And the vendor is left with their tablet to show pictures of the product again. So their augmented reality is also a powerful tool where, as a vendor, I will be able to show a product in real life, but I will also be able to show the variation of this product. So what are the different colors available? What are the different functionalities? And I will be able to explain how it works, how you can interact with the product, what are the different options available. So even if you don't know the product, even if you don't have experience with it, you have a tool that helps you and helps your customer understand how the product looks like and what they are going to be able to do with it. And if we go to the e-merchant part, the e-merchant, they have all the products. That's not a problem. Their catalog can be infinite because they don't need to have a stock. But then you end up on this page. You want to buy a Bluetooth speaker, and they all look alike. You have no idea about the size. And you need to think about, like, is 100 millimeters a lot bigger than 120 or than 3 inches? So what you are going to do in this case is use augmented reality to be able to compare several products together, because once you are in this augmented reality mode, you feel and you see. So you feel and you see exactly what the product is supposed to be. Let me come back. Oops. So the advantage of ER is not only for big furniture, for a big product. It can be for something as simple and small as a smartphone, where you never know when you look at 20 different products, which one is the bigger, which one is the smaller. But there, you reproduce the experience of being in store, seeing a shelf in front of you, and being able to explore those different models, up to the point where you can actually take it in your hand and really see how big it would be and how it would fit. So for us, this is where augmented reality really brings value related to product visualization. So, and what we do is we merge the real world and the virtual world seamlessly across all the touch points of a product. So again, design, B2B sales, marketing, and omnicommerce. And to give you a quick overview about Augment. So we are one of the leaders in augmented reality since 2011. We are backed by major VCs like Salesforce Ventures. We have one of the best rated and ranked app on the App Store. And I invite you to download the app right away because everything I showed you today, you can do it from your smartphone, Android, or iOS. We already have most of the big brand and customer in our portfolio, and more than 40 employees in Paris, New York, and Orlando. So wherever you are in the world, we can answer any of your questions. And our product, it's first and foremost a platform on which we aggregate the product that you export from any of the 3D software that you use, and that then you display in different type of experience, which can be ER, VR, in-store, on the print, on the web. So really, we let you experience your products the way you want in the most realistic way possible. We have authoring tools and storage, so where you are able to set up the configuration of a model, the interactivity, the scenarios, and then upload it. And when you see it in our desktop app, you know that it will look exactly the same on our mobile application. The mobile app on which you can log in to see all the products that you have uploaded, but where you can also scan a print to see what others have augmented. You can put a button on a web page where when you click on the button, we launch the app and you will load your own product through deep linking. And the final word would be that in 2, 3, or 5 years, everything that you see today on the exhibit floor, they will be into everyone's hands. So you will have augmented reality glasses. I don't know which one yet, but you will have one. And once you have that, you won't want to buy through this kind of interface. You won't want to materialize a web page in front of you. You will want to see the product exactly like it would be when you will buy it. So if you want your product to be future-proof, now is the time to get them to Augment, to put them in the augmented reality space, and to prepare for the future. Thanks.